Have you ever been watching a video and thought to yourself, there's no way this actually works? Well, sorry to break it to you, but that's because there's a good chance you're getting clickbaited. And as a YouTuber myself, I feel compelled to test a bunch of these viral shorts to see whether or not the things shown in the videos actually hold up or if they're just straight up lies. And there's a lot of surprises in here and also a lot of letdowns, but we have a lot of shorts to test, so let's go ahead and do this. So I came across this video and it actually had me thinking for days whether or not this was clickbait or not, so I want to show it to you guys and then we're going to try it. So this guy has a drill and a bunch of water balloons on the ground, and then look at this. He puts the drill into the water balloon and then this happens. 1, how doesn't it break? 2, does it really spin and take that shape? And 3, what is that machine he's holding? It's not even a standard drill. Look how crazy that is. There's no way this actually works, right? I feel like I'm watching an AI video or something. So we're gonna have to verify, so I'll be testing this out right now. So let's get some water balloons and hopefully not soak this entire place. This one looks so cool. I'm so excited to try this. So we have the drill bit right here and we have some balloons that are half filled with water, half filled with air, which is apparently the concoction needed to do what you just saw on the screen. So I guess we just drill into these balloons and hopefully do those cool shape-shifting things. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, well that didn't work. Okay, attempt number 2. Oh, I almost had it. Come on, come on, come on. Get it. It was kind of working for a little bit. I want to be able to hold it and just have it kind of spinning on my drill. Oh! Oh my gosh, it actually works. We just manipulated the water balloon with the drill. Look at that. Oh my gosh. There's no way this actually works. You're telling me with this drill, I could do this. It refuses to break too. This is like a super balloon. All right, let me try to like make a patty out of this. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. How is that not clickbait? You would definitely think that this is just some like Firefly AI generated video, but this is actually real. This is happening. Oh my God, it's still going. This is a water balloon, guys. Aren't they supposed to break upon impact? We have football water balloons before GTA 6. That's insane. I'm gonna go as fast as possible and we're gonna see what this looks like. All right, well that went everywhere, but as you guys could see, that is not clickbait. You could absolutely play around with balloons using a drill bit, which is a little bit dangerous. Don't do that, but also you should try it out. It's pretty sick. That works, that's cool. Let's move on to the next one. Here we have the most powerful Nerf mod. Okay, so that is a Nerf shooter, and then, oh, I know those ones. Those are fun, okay. And you put a rubber band, because what, it's more tension? Is that how that works though? So if you put the rubber bands, oh wow, that's really fast. Dents a can even? So you're telling me if I take a normal Nerf blaster and then I go ahead and put rubber bands to add more tension, it's actually going to affect the limiter so that it actually blasts through even a can of soda? I don't believe it. Let's go ahead and try this. Okay guys, so I have the Nerf blaster right here. It's pretty small, but I heard it packs a pretty powerful punch, and that is before the modification of putting the rubber bands on it. So we're gonna do a couple of different tests, starting off with just the normal one. And before we go to the rubber band one, which we're gonna wrap with a bunch of rubber bands to give more resistance, I'm going to use this modified Nerf blaster. I actually used this one before and it's absolutely insane. So we're gonna see if the rubber band one is even crazier than this. I mean, look at the size difference. Just to get warmed up though, we're gonna start with level 1, which is this Nerf blaster. Okay, so here it is without rubber bands, level 1. 3, 2, 1. That's actually pretty fast. I missed, but let's do this again. There we go. First try and I got that. So level 1 is actually pretty fast. This thing does indeed pack a punch. Level 2, modified Nerf blaster, and this isn't even close to the rubber band tactic we saw in the clickbait short. Here we go. Actual first try, but that thing destroyed those barrels. There is no way this rubber band thing's gonna be faster than this. This is crazy. All right, let's try the rubber bands now. So here we have it, the modified Nerf gun, fully loaded with about 30 rubber bands on it for the added resistance. I don't know if I'm able to pull this down to get it cocked and ready, but, oh, wait, that's so tough. Oh no. This thing's gonna go 400 miles per hour. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, I'm so scared to shoot this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's, what just happened? Oh, I don't want to point it towards me, so let's do it there. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That might have been faster than the actual Nerf blaster. Okay, we hit it. That's what the speed looks like. Definitely makes it faster. I mean, this thing's starting to compete with that thing right there. So definitely like 150 to 200 miles per hour coming off this thing, which is really insane. So that absolutely works. I don't recommend though modifying your Nerf blasters because it could definitely get dangerous, but cool one. All right, 5-minute crafts, teach me something here. I see a fork in a water bottle, so I'm excited. All right, so we just poke a couple holes in a water bottle. Okay. That makes sense. That doesn't make sense. What happens? So you like release the air and then it flows out, but then when you twist it, like why wouldn't it still fall out? Am I missing something here? I don't know. I was more into chemistry than physics, so let's go ahead and try this. I don't know if this is clickbait or not, truthfully, so let's see what happens. Let's say you're at your sink and then your sink stops working like so, and you need to find another water source to wash your hand. Have no fear, get yourself a 2 liter or 1.5 liter in this case, plastic water bottle. You're gonna pierce it right here with a hot fork. Okay, so the hole is pierced, so let me release. So as you can see, we have the 4 holes in there, but there's no water coming out, which means that this is actually a great faucet because just like a faucet, when you turn it on, if you were to just untwist this cap to let some of the air out, oh, look at that. It creates a flow for me to then wash my hands. And if you want to turn it off, just twist it right back and the water stops. It's a little makeshift faucet right there. So if your sink breaks or something for whatever reason, and you need to take a shower maybe too, twist, 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 and you're good to go. All right, we're running out of water, but that one absolutely works. Very cool. What do we have here? Watch my water pitcher filter red Gatorade. What? So this is a Brita, and if you pour red Gatorade, what? Water comes out? So it filters out all that sugar? I've actually admittedly only put water in a water filter, so I don't really know what happens to a Brita if you put other stuff in it, including red Gatorade. I don't believe it. I think this guy has something like in between that's blocking the red Gatorade from falling, and I think he has water underneath it. Because it's not like the red 40 dye isn't small enough to fit through the filter, right? I want to try this with some other drinks too. Maybe alcohol as well, soda. Let's see what we got. There's no way this works, but I have a Brita right here, so we're gonna filter a couple of liquids through it to see whether or not they still retain their original properties, starting with red wine. So I wanna see if it's still red after filtering it through, and also if it still tastes like wine, if you could taste the alcohol in it. So let's give this a pour, see what happens. No way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a little bit of the red coming through now, but to start, I mean, that was just straight water. So the color, in fact, I mean, despite starting off hot, definitely didn't change. So it's definitely wine in there. So it failed the color test, but how about the taste test? Does this wine still have alcohol? I'll let you know. I'm not joking, taste this. It's like a watered wine.
Wow, that's so like mild.
It definitely did something. This like probably has very little alcohol in it. I think it caught a good amount of it. It's just wine flavored water. Now we're gonna try it with Pepsi, a carbonated drink, and see what happens with this. All right, let's pour in this Pepsi here. See what happens. All right, I mean, a lot of drippaging happening. I think it's just straight water right now. Wow, the cola doesn't even want to come. Is sugar just like too thick to go through the filter? I think the sugar is actually being filtered out. So we're basically exposing how much sugar is in Pepsi because I'm gonna pour this entire thing in here. Okay guys, we have some color, but as you can see, the Brita is only allowing that amount of liquid spill through. So I think it's safe to say that's gonna be it. So now let's pour this in and see what this tastes like. There's basically zero carbonation left or anything. Just kind of looks like a lighter version of Pepsi. No, it's like Pepsi flavored water. Here, give this a taste.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really not bad, but it's no longer soda. All right, so there you have it. That short was not clickbait. You could in fact filter basically any drink. You do it with wine, there's no alcohol left. You do it with soda, there's no sugar left. And you just ended up with flavored water essentially. So a Brita absolutely works. Didn't think you could do it on anything besides water. But there you go. This is an at-home hologram you could make. Don't you need like some crazy technology to make a hologram? But no, we have a glass Tupperware, a phone, and then we make a hologram. Just like that. How is that possible? That can't be real, right? There's no way that's real. All right, let's go make a real-life hologram using my phone, some Tupperware, maybe some film that we'll put in between. I will say this one will be crazy if it works. So I'm going to try to replicate that DIY hologram. So I have the shrink film right here called Shrinky Dinks, which is a fun name. And we just have to cut this out to be the same same size as this container below me. And then when we have it at this perfect length, we're gonna place it at this 45-degree angle and then tape it on. And now that our contraption is ready, I guess I'm gonna pull up like a hologram YouTube video or something, and then we're gonna see if this works. I'm not optimistic about this one. I think this one is absolutely clickbait. It looks too good to be true. So I have the video of the butterfly hologram right here. So now that I have this all in place, I think I'm just supposed to place it down and you should be seeing a hologram. Oh wow, it's actually working. Look at that. You're actually able to see a hologram by just taking a glass Tupperware with a YouTube video, putting it together with some film. That was actually really cool. That DIY hologram absolutely works. It is not clickbait, despite me thinking it definitely was gonna be going into it. That was a cool one. Apparently we're gonna be making slime with this concoction here. So you have some shampoo, some dish soap, some salt. Okay, then we mix it together and freeze it for 20 minutes, and then we have slime. Just like that. Make some slime with these at-home liquids. All right, I am obviously very skeptical about this one, but I could see it maybe working, but it just looks like they did a little swap, and it's like a slightly different color for the slime, so I do think this is clickbait, but we're going to verify right now. So let's see if you're able to make slime at home. So I have the 3 ingredients right here, like you saw in the video, and specifically Head & Shoulders shampoo, Dawn dish soap, and then I have some Himalayan pink salt right here. So let's make this concoction, and let's see if you can make some slime at home. We're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of Head & Shoulders shampoo. Wow, Head & Shoulders shampoo is already kind of slimy. That's probably gonna do a lot of the heavy lifting. From here, we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of dish soap. I don't know what the properties of this are supposed to do, but I actually believe this one. I don't think this one's gonna be clickbait. Okay, and then they said 1/4 of a tablespoon of salt. Let's measure that out. Okay. That should be enough salt. So now let's mix this together. I think this one's gonna work actually, especially once we freeze it. All right, just cleaned up a little bit, but now finishing up the mixing. All right, great. Now that it's mixed, I'm going to put this in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna check on it and see if we made any slime. Let's check on the slime now. 20 minutes have now passed, so we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see whether or not our concoction turned into slime. Okay, I actually put another one in here because I wanted to give it 2 attempts. So one of them has more salt than the other because I heard that the salt can affect the jelliness to it. This is what they look like fresh out, and let's see if we created slime. So this is the original one that you guys saw me make. It's not too slimy. Got like a little bit of the properties, but it's clearly just a liquid still. Now let's try this one. Oh! This is a little closer to slime, still a bit too liquidy, but there's clumping that's happening. Okay, you know what, kind of. It kind of makes slime. It's not slime that you can like throw and then pick back up, but it's almost there. I feel like if you had the perfect ratio of shampoo to dish soap to salt, you could probably get a little bit closer than I did. I did try 2 attempts though, and both didn't seem to really make it. But I'm gonna say that kind of works, because I could see that working. Add in a little bit of like cornstarch or something to de-liquefy it, and you might be good to go. So I'm not giving up on that one completely, so I'm not gonna call that clickbait. Let me actually try this though. Okay, so this video right here has 2 truths and 1 lie in it, and then I believe the lie is going to be this one right here with the steel balls, because apparently if you take steel balls, then clank them together, it creates an energy source that is so strong that you can literally burn through paper. Like, look at that. I don't think you're able to pierce through a flat, flimsy piece of paper just like by banging together 2 massy things. Maybe I skipped a class when I was in physics, but that does not feel like it should work. But the larger claim is that there's a crazy amount of energy created by clashing steel together, so let's go ahead and bang some steel and see what happens. So I have the steel balls right here, and apparently if you go violently enough and smash them together, you can reach 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit when they hit together, which is going to burn a hole straight through this paper. So all I'm gonna do is try to connect the steel through this paper, and you're probably gonna see a little burnt out hole right here. And if not, we know it's clickbait. Okay, here we go. Wait, I only did 2, and you could see the burn marks kind of around it emerging. Do you smell that? Wait, you actually smell it. The paper's burning. All right, that is absolutely working. It smells like actual just like fire. It's like firewood. And all we're doing is just bang these steel balls together. So if you have 2 things of steel on you, you should try this out, but make sure you're safe because I'm pretty sure you could probably start a fire if you do this long enough. So this one is clearly not clickbait, very cool. Now we have the genius spoon hack for pouring. So if you do cup to cup, it is too messy. Yes, that does happen. It kind of goes down the lip. But if you get yourself a metal spoon, it looks like, and then pour, okay. All right, that looks promising and very easy to test. So let's verify this. Is this short clickbait or not? We've all run into the same problem when we try to pour something into another cup. It just comes down the side right there. I don't like that. And so I hope this works. I have my spoon right here. I have some cola right here. So let's pour it into the cup. Now we're gonna see how clean we could transfer it using this spoon. Okay, let's do this. Please work, please work, please work. Oh my gosh, it's working. Seamless, nothing is coming out. Yeah, it just rides the top of the spoon area here. You go fast, it just kind of comes out on that side. But I just poured the entire thing with zero spillage. So if you have a spoon nearby, you might as well use it because that absolutely works and it will save you a headache of cleaning up. But that's not it, because check out this short right here. And apparently it's not even with just a spoon, because you could go cup to cup with a rope or a piece of string. Like, look at that. This guy is transferring liquid by pouring it down a rope. I think more so than the spoon one, like this one 100% to me is not going to work. This is movie magic in its finest. And the subscribe and like at the end, I think we're being clickbaited right now. So it's not just the spoon. You could also transfer liquid with a rope. So if you also happen to have some rope nearby and you need to do some far distance transferring, this could be for you. I hope this one works. This one looks cool. All right, here we go. 45-degree angle. Let's get some soda into here. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. Look at it flowing down the rope. I mean, we're spilling a lot of it, but that could just be on me. If I give it a little bit of space, yeah, there we go. We are transferring all of the liquid. Now there's very little spillage. I mean, this is just physics at work. I feel like I should have known. All right, so that is not clickbait. Absolutely works. Try it. Don't drink your soda afterwards though, it won't taste good. Let's see what else we got. All right, what do we have here? So we're gonna pour some water into a bowl, take a dry erase marker, put some design on a spoon, and then what? And then you can create floating marker art? I mean, it looks very real. I don't see why this wouldn't work, but it does seem a little too good to be true. And the way that it's edited and stuff, I could definitely see this being fake. Remaining optimistic, this would be really cool if we could draw something and then have it float afterwards. All right, let's see. Does this dry erase marker trick work? Can you actually draw art on water? Well, we have the testing material here, including the Expo pens, the spoon, and then the water. So we're gonna start off pretty basic. I wanna just do like a little circle and see if the circle comes off. It's like we're making latte art. Okay, here we go. Oh, no way. No way. It's kind of working. I think it needs to dry a little bit more. But I mean, look at that, guys. That wants to come off. That's screaming to come off. Let's do a little pink heart here. Let's give it a try. Will my heart come off? Whoa, oh my gosh. We have floating ink in 2026. The heart that I just gave to you guys is now currently floating in the water. Oh, it's gonna touch the edge. What happens here? Nothing, because it's a floating heart and there's nothing that could penetrate it. I wonder if I could lift it up, the heart. Oh, look at that. Can I place it back too? That'd be crazy. Definitely not, right? Magic hands, like pick it up, drop it back. Nothing happens. All right, that one's cool. Maybe the coolest one yet. Okay, here we have opening a can with a pen. So let's see if this is clickbait or not. There's no way you could just use a pen to open a can. It can't be that simple. I mean, if they were to tell me that you could flip the tab around and then put the straw through like most people know, that'd be okay. But saying you can open a can with a pen is actually crazy. So let's go ahead and try. This could be a game changer. All right, guys, so I have my pen right here, and then I have my 2 cans of Olipop right in front of me, the classic root beer and then the vintage cola. I'm gonna start with the classic root beer. And as you can see, for the summer, they have brand new designs. So the root beer has a new brown color wave, and then it also has that cool new logo right there. And then the vintage cola is now red and is sporting this picture now instead. But we're gonna bust these open so I can take a nice fat sip of this Olipop, and we will do it by following the instructions in the video, which I think is just like rub the side of the can. I hope it doesn't explode on me. So nothing quite yet, but guys, Olipop is reimagining soda with high fiber and low sugar. So this classic root beer, for instance, 35 calories on 6 grams of fiber and 3 grams of sugar. All right, well, the classic root beer and the vintage cola don't seem to be working, so can you hand me the new summer flavor? No, not the raspberry sherbet, the blackberry vanilla.
Come on, I was gonna drink that one.
Thank you. Let's try it on here. It actually worked. almost better than the raspberry sherbet. Olipop really is the feel-good soda. I really recommend trying it, guys. You know how much I love Olipop. It supports digestive health, and it's much healthier than traditional soda. And the best part is that Olipop is available in the soda aisles and the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target. And right now, you can buy any 2 Olipop cans in store, and they will pay you back for 1. It works on single cans of any flavor at any retailer. So go ahead and scan the QR code right here, or scan the link in the description to claim the offer. Thank you again to Olipop for sponsoring this video. As always, I can't believe that even worked. Let me go ahead and finish this. Cheers. Kind of tastes better that way.
This one looks fun. So apparently if you take an apple, put it into the freezer, let it freeze, take it out, and then let it defrost, this is what happens. You get fresh pressed juice. So you can make apple juice from freezing and then unfreezing an apple, so it softens it enough where all the juice comes out. I believe that when you defrost it, it's gonna be super soft and gooey, but I just don't think you're gonna get that much juice. I think at that point it's gonna be like disgusting. But let's see if life hands you apples, you can make apple juice. See what I did there? Because usually it's lemons with lemonade. I switched it up a little bit. All right, let's go.
So I have my 2 apples right here, and as you guys saw, if you freeze an apple, take it out to defrost it, and then squeeze it, you're gonna get basically apple juice, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and pop these in, wait a few hours till they're frozen, let them defrost, and see what we could make. We're gonna place them in here. Wonder how long it takes for an apple to freeze. My guess, a day. So let's check back in maybe tomorrow. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. Now we're gonna check on these frozen apples, and then I think after we have to defrost them, and we should be making some apple juice from there. This is what the apples look like. I mean, they look the same, but trust, they are very frozen. So I don't know how long it takes for an apple to defrost, but these things are gonna get very sad very quickly, and then we're gonna juice them up. Now we wait. Well, these apples are now officially defrosted, and I have to tell you, these things are definitely going to squeeze and something's coming out. Hopefully it's juice. So let's start with the red apple. See what this looks like. Like, this thing is basically a tomato at this point. Now I'm gonna give it a squeeze into here, and we're gonna see how much apple juice we create. Oh my gosh. Look at all that juice. We are milking an apple right now. Oh. Look at this. Have you ever seen an apple just completely demoralized and destroyed like this? But it is yielding for us a lot of juice. Let's see if it's truly apple juice though, the apple juice you would expect from like Mott's. That is refreshing. That does taste quite good. Let's add in some green apple now. Just to show you how soft this apple is, I can literally cut through it with a scissor. Look at the inside of this apple. It actually works. And just to get all the juice, I have a lemon squeezer here. Squeeze. Oh, that is so much juice. When life gives you apples, you make a lot of apple juice. It's so acidic. It's like carbonated, basically. All right, let's give it a sip. Oh, that is so fresh. That is so good. That might be top 5 apple juices I've ever had in my life. Very refreshing, very natural, no added sugar. Not clickbait, actually a very cool one. Definitely recommend doing this.
All right, what do we have here? So we are painting a light bulb with nail polish. Doesn't feel super safe, honestly. Okay, then we get a nice pretty pink bulb. I like that. Plug it in, and let me guess. We have pink light, pink light. It does look pretty. Could be a little bit of a hack if you don't get LED lights. I just don't think it works like that. I think there's something else to light waves where just like adding pink nail polish won't do the result that you just saw. I think that is full clickbait, but let's go ahead and test.
So is it true if you paint a light bulb a different color, it emits a different colored light? Makes sense to me, but also could be clickbait. So we're gonna start off by looking at what a normal light bulb looks like, and we're gonna compare that to when I paint it in these 3 different colors. I chose black because I feel like it'd be pretty crazy to like try to have light emerge from black. And then they said to do some brighter colors, so I got pink and blue, 2 great colors. So here's a normal light bulb like you're used to seeing, just that classic yellow-white color. I'll turn off some of the lights so you guys can see what this looks like in the darkness. That's what it looks like. And now we're gonna paint it, and I'm gonna start with pink. I just went ahead and painted this in pink nail polish. Now we're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna see what this thing looks like when it's illuminated. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is definitely a different color than standard light. That's basically like a pink hue. It's exactly what you'd expect out of a pink bulb. And the actual bulb looks pretty cool too. It's kind of like marbled. It's almost like looking into the sun though, so don't look for too long. Now it's time for blue. So we have the hue painted on there. This one's a bit thicker too, so I'm curious to see what this looks like. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is sick. that is sick. That is just straight blue. So this is a really good substitution if you need like an LED light or something, but you don't have it. Just paint your bulb with some nail polish and bam, you can get a different colored bulb. Blue light, look at that. Isn't that bad for the skin? The last but not least, the black light. Let's see if the absence of light versus light does anything insane. Maybe it's gonna just suppress all the light in there and there's gonna be an explosion. We don't know, but we're gonna find out now. So far, so good though. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just kind of dims it basically. So it's a dim light. I guess it makes sense. It's counteracting with the black. And so again, like the light is being suppressed in a way that's like having a dimming effect to it. But overall, I would say that this does work and it wasn't clickbait. You can absolutely paint your light bulbs if you want to have different colors. Let's see what else we got.
So apparently you can make a pre-scrambled egg with this Chinese machine right here. So you take a normal egg and then you just use this to just shake it up a lot. And then by the time you hard boil it and then unpeel it, you're left with a fully scrambled egg. Cut in, no yolk whatsoever. So if you don't like yolk, you can have a scrambled hard-boiled egg apparently using this machine. Let's try it out. There's no way this works. I think we were being duped.
Okay guys, so the egg peeler device has finally arrived. This is what it looks like. A lot smaller in person, honestly. Unfortunately, I can't read any of the instructions because it is in Chinese. So this isn't gonna be of help, but I don't think we need it because I think all you're supposed to do is place the egg in here, close it up, then we're gonna place it down, put it on this top, and I think we're ready for takeoff. And I just pull this and I'm spinning the egg and it's gonna come out scrambled. You know what, this might actually work. As stupid as it sounds, I think we're gonna scramble an egg. All right, that was 6 spins on this Chinese device. Now I'm going to hard boil the egg, and when we open it up, it should be that nice yellow hue. So let's see if we scrambled it and now can make a hard boiled scrambled egg. I don't know how necessary that egg machine is though, because I still believe that you're able to scramble an egg just by shaking it vigorously. So I'm going to try my hardest for maybe the next 2 minutes to shake this up. And then we're gonna hard boil it too, and we're gonna compare the results. Because there's no way that that machine can do more than me just shaking it like this, right? Like what about some of this? Surely. Okay, this is the Sam Scramble Special. But that's not it because we have a third egg as well, and I wanna show you this video.
And if you don't have that device, we also have this to do.
These old socks, they're super useful.
Looks like we're taking a sock and a drill, and let me guess, we're gonna put the egg in the sock and then have that thing spin?
3 eggs. Then, put the egg inside the sock. Attach the sock onto the power drill.
Okay, precisely, and then you're gonna use the drill to spin the egg, and then boil it, and then bam.
Truth has arrived. Wow, I finally succeeded.
We have a yellow egg. All right, let's see if this works.
So can you use a drill bit to scramble up an egg before you cook it? Gonna drop it in the pantyhose right here. Okay, attach it to the drill here. Now I guess we just scramble this up. Oh! Okay. Is it scrambled on the ground? Not even. I guess it doesn't work. We realize that. Take 2 on this. All right, the egg is moving. Can a drill scramble an egg? Okay, so it should be fully scrambled now. So let's see if that short was clickbait or real. We're gonna start with the Chinese egg. We have yellow. No yellow in sight. This looks to be just a standard hard-boiled egg. Let's see what the inside looks like. Yep, no scrambling at all on this one. How about my egg though? Come on, come on, come on. Nope, the yolk is just right there in the middle, not scrambled at all. And now, last but not least, let's test out the pantyhose egg. Not feeling optimistic, and that's why, because the yolk is still perfectly intact on the inside. I have one more idea. A little bit of a backup plan. I'm gonna combine the 2 methods, so we're gonna use the drill with the Chinese egg maker. That's definitely scrambling it. I'm not gonna hard boil this one because I'm gonna be disappointed, so I'm just gonna open this up and I wanna see if it's scrambled. It's scrambled. Not even close. In fact, it's perfect. It's perfectly intact. Nothing was broken. So if that didn't do it, then I really think there's no way you can do it. So that is absolutely clickbait. Don't try that, you're gonna waste your time.
Okay, this says cereallessly. Clever pun. And what is that? No way. My entire life is a lie if that's how you make cornflakes. You just bang on corn kernels? That's how you make cornflakes? Why did I think there was some like crazy process in which it's like a full-on Kellogg's processing plant? All right, you know what? I really want this to be fake because my entire life would be a lie. Let's go ahead and try it.
Is that really how you make cornflakes? Let's see. So I have dried corn right here. These are not popcorn kernels. These are corn kernels. Big distinction there. And we're gonna just pour a bunch on the table. And then if you hit it with a hammer or a mallet hard enough, I think it flattens to a cornflake. And there's a lot more ingredients in a cornflake. I'm sure it's super processed and there's some added sugar and all that, but you are supposed to get the shape and the general taste of it from doing this, like the short said. Or is that clickbait? Let's see. That was clickbait. Thinking back, they probably just switched in a cornflake and did a little camera cut, because when you crush corn, this is what happens. A little taste test though. This tastes nothing like a cornflake. I don't even think cornflakes are made of corn, thinking of it now. All right, let's test another clickbait short.
Here's how you could spot real honey versus fake honey. So this is fake honey first. So if you pour some water on it, cold water specifically, and then shake it in a bowl, it looks like the fake honey has these weird ripples and stuff, okay? And then if it's natural honey and you shake some water, oh, you got some cool, like, what is that, like a honeycomb pattern? Appears honeycomb shape. Well, that's awfully convenient that natural honey forms a honeycomb shape. Huh. This smells like clickbait, and this almost certainly should be clickbait, because there's no way this actually works, but we're gonna try it.
Does natural honey actually make that honeycomb pattern when you put water over it in a little container? We're gonna find out, and then I also have the clover honey right here, which is considered fake honey, the honey you find in the bear, and we're gonna see if that also makes the shape. And then I wanna actually assess what Mike's Hot Honey is. So based on if this honeycomb thing works, we'll be able to figure out what kind of honey is used in some of your favorite honeys. So first things first, let's put in the raw organic honey right here, a little dollop, that size. And then we're gonna run some water on it and we're gonna see if that shape in the video happens. Try to get that honeycomb pattern. Is it kind of working? Wait, it's actually getting that honeycomb shape. Whoa, all right, wait a second. I was almost positive this was gonna be a scam and clickbait, but that's actually honeycomb shape. You'll see the ripples kind of going through. So we know for sure that Nate's 100% pure raw and unfiltered honey is absolutely that. Now time for the clover honey right here, which is fake honey. Do the same dollop in the middle. Now let's put the same amount of water on it. Let's do some shaking. It's not doing the honeycomb shape. The ripples aren't in this one. So clover honey is fundamentally different than the organic honey. That's actually blowing my mind. I thought for sure that that was a clickbait short, but as you guys can see, I mean, in real time, we are not seeing the honeycomb despite trying to get the water to create the pattern. But that one absolutely works. Let's see what Mike's Hot Honey is. Put a little bit in the middle here. Different color profile. I wonder if the Calabrian chilies inside of it affects the honey properties, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to get that honeycomb. So I do think Mike's Hot Honey is real honey. Well, that's good for them. So if you want to try out the honey in your house, just put it in a little container with some water, shake it up and see if it takes this shape, and then you're gonna be able to see whether or not it's real honey. Who would have thought? But that one works.
Here we have instant slushy maker cup. So it's just a cup that if you, what? No way, stop the video, clearly fake. You're not gonna be able to slushify a liquid just by pressing it. I don't even care if you freeze that thing for hours. Like that cold environment should not be able to make slush, right? Okay, well, I went ahead and found one on Amazon and I guess I'm gonna purchase it and we're gonna see if this actually works. I would be mind blown.
So I went ahead and purchased the silicone slushy cup like you saw in the video. This is it right here. Pretty fun to do, look at the inside right there. Now before we can turn anything to a slushy, we have to put this into the freezer for 8 hours apparently, and then after that we could put soda or orange juice or any type of liquid in this and it will slushify it. So let's go ahead and freeze this and then we're gonna do it. I will see you in 8 hours. Okay guys, it's been about 6 hours and I think the slushy cup is officially frozen and ready to go. Oh yeah, this is cold. I also feel ice in it, even though there's not, so a little bit of an optical illusion happening. But while it's cold, I wanna see if this slushy thing actually works, because this would be really cool. So I have raspberry sherbet, which is one of Olipop's summer flavors. I feel like this would be really good if it could be turned into a slushy. So let's just do this. We're gonna see if we can actually make raspberry sherbet ice cream by just using a drink. We're just gonna squeeze and massage in those icy properties. Hopefully this turns into a slushy. Why isn't it closed? This is the dumbest thing. Shouldn't it be closed? Why is the cold air leaking out and then also all the water and stuff? I'm starting to see some crystallization. So as you can see, we are starting to get some slushy. Here it is. Here's a little bit of the slush. Let me give it a taste. That's actually pretty good. All right, let me do a little bit more, try to get some more slush. But yeah, you could see this is starting to slush up a lot. All right, so after about a minute of slushing it up, it actually made slushy. So it's like Italian ice, slushy, whatever you wanna call it. So this is a raspberry sherbet slushy ice hybrid combo. Just room temperature Olipop turned into this in inside of a minute. It's actually pretty good too. So cool little device right there. If you do want some quick ice, you could turn any liquid, I think, including gasoline, into ice. So that one is absolutely not clickbait. Very cool one. Cool little device. Lots of uses.
What do we have here? Give this chocolate dessert recipe a hand. And I'm guessing it involves his hand. Yep, we're pouring chocolate on our hands for this one. And then washing it off. What? Oh, I see. This is a preview. Okay, so you want to ice your hand first and then pour the chocolate liquid over. And let me guess, it's going to harden and turn into a mold. Yep, there we go. Reminds me of Dairy Queen. Okay, and then it makes a really cool chocolate hand dessert platter mold chocolate thing. You see, the issue I have with this is that even if you ice your hand, your body is always between like 97 and 99 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's no way that it remains cold enough to actually mold the chocolate. It's probably going to melt the chocolate, if anything. So I just don't see this working whatsoever. I feel like you did a very clever swap somewhere in this video, but we're going to try it.
Are you in fact able to make a chocolate mold of your hand? So here's my hand right here. You might see this in chocolate form in about 5 minutes. So I have some chocolate right here, specifically milk chocolate Feastables, because that's what we saw in the video. And we're gonna heat some down and turn into a chocolate liquid. I'm going to cool my hand in some ice water. We're gonna pour it over and we're gonna see whether or not this molding works. Pretty excited about this one to have a chocolate version of my hand, but I'm not too optimistic because it seems too good to be true for the chocolate to actually harden on my hand, especially in that short period of time. Let's do a little bit of cooking real quick, and then once this melts down, we will see if this works. The chocolate is now officially melted, which means it's time to cool my hand. So I have some ice water right here. And I guess I'll leave this in until my hand is pretty chilled. And at that point, I'll pour the chocolate over it and then we'll wait to see if it molds.
A few moments later.
All right, my hand is absolutely freezing, but it should be cold enough now to support the molding of this molten chocolate. Now it is time to pour the chocolate directly on my hand. Chocolate is now officially all on my hand. All right, and now we wait for it to cool. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I'm gonna give this about 5 minutes or so, and then we're gonna see what this looks like. This is what things look like after about 20 minutes. So the chocolate at this point is no longer on a cold hand because my body heat has effectively warmed it up, so it's melting again. So I don't think this works, although I will attempt to peel it off to see if it does work a little bit. Not really. I mean, it's kind of just sticking to my hands. It's not dripping anymore, but unless you're walking into like a walk-in freezer or something, there's no way this is gonna harden in time for it to actually pull out a mold. So I would say this one absolutely doesn't work, unfortunately. I was excited about this one, but you can't do it. I mean, it makes sense, right? I'm super warm, so why would this be able to harden in time? All right, sad one, but on to the next.
Oh no, I'm concerned about this one. I already see a bunch of Sour Patch Kids laid out on a plate. Looks like a sacrifice is about to be made. All right. We're gonna place them in the microwave. Yeah, what happens when you like microwave Sour Patch Kids? They just melt, right? Or something like that? Okay.
And that's how you get giant Sour Patch Kids.
Giant Sour Patch Kids by exposing them to heat? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think that really works? All right, let's go ahead and try this.
All right, guys, well, I have the Sour Patch Kids right here, so we're gonna put 5 in a circle right here, pop it into the microwave, and see if they turn into larger Sour Patch Kids. This, like, basically 1000% isn't going to work, but I'm still gonna try it because I wanna retain a little bit of hope. I'm a little bit scarred from the past. For my AI Life Hacks video, I did this with a bunch of different fruits and vegetables, and nothing worked. But maybe it's different with these Sour Patch Kids, so I'm gonna put them in a little ring formation right here. Green, red, and last but not least, orange, which is the worst, okay? Then we're gonna pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and these guys are supposed to balloon up. Let's see. I don't wanna be spoiled. We have the light on, but I'm just gonna show you guys when it's done.
Like a bouncer for the microphone.
Who's asking? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check. Do we have Mega Sour Patch Kids as indicated in that short? Did you really think that was gonna work? Oh, ow, that's so hot. Wait, they did melt completely? Oh, yeah, I was not expecting that. I was gonna take one and throw it, but look at this. Ow, it's so hot, why'd I do it again? I'm like a baby touching a stove. Okay, so it didn't work, but last second just realized that gelatin turns into liquid after 30 seconds in the microwave, so that's kind of crazy. But these kids, don't be fooled. You can't touch him or he's gonna liquefy immediately. I feel like that's a better short than them even blowing up, so we learned something new here together. I was gonna do it a third time. You know what? If I'm very gentle. Ah! Let's go to the next one.
How to peel an apple in just 10 seconds. So throw out your peeler and do this technique. Put it in a jar with water with a razor blade. What are we doing here? Twist it on. No way. Oh, I saw the cut. I saw the cut. I think this is some movie magic happening. I do not believe this works. Or does it? Wait a second. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually conflicted on this one. Shaking up an apple in a jar with a razor blade. Why wouldn't it work? You know what? Let's give benefit of the doubt. I'm feeling optimistic about this one.
This one's almost certainly going to be clickbait. There's no way this works, but I do have a razor right here with a red apple right here. So if I drop the red apple into the jar and then also drop the razor blade in like so, close it up, and then shake it, I should apparently be getting a peeled apple. Okay, time to check. 3, 2, 1. It didn't work. The apple is in perfect condition, not a scratch on it. So it's safe to say that this one is absolute clickbait. I don't know why I believed it. I saw so many different videos of people confirming doing this, so I think they're just really good at VFX and editing because I was definitely fooled. But it does not work, and you can trust that here.
What am I looking at here? So we have a lock and then some magnets. And then if you take the magnets and bang them against the lock, it opens a lock. If I was a thief, I mean, this would be thievery 101. You just carry a bunch of magnets on you. You can unlock doors and stuff. That seems absurd. But if we can open a padlock with magnets, that would actually be insane. So let's go ahead and try this.
Can you actually use magnets to open a lock? So this lock is completely locked. It's a master lock, but with the key, I'm able to open it. But that's not the only way you can open this master lock, because if you were to lock it, and if you put enough pressure on one side and push, I mean, there's so much pressure going towards it. Let me try to focus. Maybe I could like move it around by using the magnetic field. Wait, you hear that? I'm just kidding. I unlocked it beforehand. But I do want to try it on the world's strongest magnet, which is over there. So right here, I have the world's strongest magnet. This thing is so strong, it could pull buildings. This thing is like insane, but right now it's stuck to the bear trap because I got it stuck there once and it's literally impossible to remove. So I'm gonna have to just use this little corner over here and I want to see if it's able to unlock it from there. So once it hits this side, it should be strong enough to unlatch it. And just so you guys know, it's fully in. So at least with the lock that I tried, magnets cannot in fact open them, which is good for security, so you know somebody can't get into your house just using these guys.
Prepare for the cleanest cut you'll ever see. That was pre-cut or the knife was heated up or something. There's no way you can use like a cleaver to cut through a water bottle like that. That's not how that works. Plastic is pretty tough to cut through. Then I found this other guy who's using a normal knife and he can't cut through the paper, or also the water bottle, but then when he switches to the cleaver, he's able to do it for both.
So is it true that a meat cleaver can clearly cut through a water bottle? Well, to test this, I have a plastic water bottle right here, and then I have a normal knife, and then a big fat meat cleaver that is super sharpened and ready to go. And in the video, I mean, it just kind of showed the comparison of just trying to cut like this through it. And I really don't use this knife that much. It's not like super dull, but just the knife itself does not lend itself to cutting through. I'm just trying to press through to get a good clean cut. You'll see nothing happens. There's no leakage or anything. I'm not penetrating at all. And look, like I'm flexed, like I'm trying right now to get through it. But now apparently, by just changing the knife to a cleaver, if I do the same thing, it should cut through. So far, absolutely clickbait, but I have one more idea. 3, 2, 1. It just dawned on me that maybe the Essential Water plastic is a little bit different than like your standard Aquafina. So now I'm just gonna try it on Aquafina real quick and see if anything changes. Nothing changes. So this just doesn't work at all. Absolute clickbait. I want that. Oh! Wait, it worked! Did it work or did it just pierce a hole using a knife into a plastic water bottle? All right, well, we got a little bit going for like half a second and then it just disappeared. I don't know what just happened there. It still is a complete scam, clickbait, all that stuff, but at least you got to see a little bit of water. That's the highlight for this. That's how bad this was. All right, let's move on.
Automatic garlic peeler machine. I'm always skeptical about these. Like, here we go. We're dumping in a couple cloves. Looks like a Chinese peeler. Oh, I saw a very clever cut there. There is no way that actually works. There's no way. He puts in the whole garlic and then they just shoot out normally, completely peeled. And I've actually seen videos, I think, with this one with like grapes and tomatoes as well. But I'm very skeptical. I think it's just good Chinese marketing. So let's go ahead and purchase this and see if it actually works. Could be a game changer in the kitchen.
I went ahead and purchased the automatic peeler, so I have it right here. I wanna see if this thing is real or not because it promises a lot of crazy things like de-peeling garlic cloves, grape tomatoes, even grapes, which have like a super thin skin on them. So really curious to see if this works. It might just be clickbait yet again. So let's go ahead and start with something light, which is going to be the grape tomatoes. I'm gonna load up, you know what, let's load them all up. I love tomatoes. And I'm gonna start it and hopefully they shoot out and they're nice and peeled. All right, we're spinning them. Something's happening. These tomatoes, something's slicing. Is it peeling it great? Are we gonna have unpeeled tomatoes? That remains to be seen. But so far, so good. I'll give it a little bit longer and then I'll discharge them onto the plate. All right, now let's discharge them. And let's see what some of these look like. Wow, I think honestly, they look pretty peeled. A tomato is not the best thing to assess because underneath it's just red, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if you do get in there, you can see that the skin is generally off. Let me try it. Ooh, naked tomato. Tastes good, so far so good. But can it work on grapes? Let's give it a go. Okay, I hear a lot of rumbling happening. Am I gonna have peeled grapes? That's how I enjoy them. And let's give it a try. Okay, the grape is basically completely peeled. Take a look at that. It's disgusting, but that's what it looks like. It's basically a raisin now. I love raisins, and that tastes like a raisin. So far so good. This automatic peeler is actually working. But I think the most absurd claim is garlic. So let's see if we could just chop up garlic if I just throw a bunch of cloves in there and see what happens. I really hope this works. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. You could even see it coming out. It is unpeeling the garlic. Whoa, look at this. It is actually unpeeling all of the garlic. Let's check it out. All right, it didn't do everything we thought it was gonna do, but it definitely peeled some of the skin off, as you can see. And you know what, I'm sure if you just put in these little cloves, actually let's even test it. I'm sure it'll do something wonderful with these guys. And let's discharge them. All right, so maybe don't use it on garlic, but you could definitely use it on other things like cherry tomatoes, grapes, and things like that. That is kind of clickbait, but also kind of not. So I'm gonna go ahead and say clickbait.
This says rescue your wine cork with a plastic bag. Okay, so if you get your wine cork stuck in wine and you have a grocery plastic bag nearby, blow into it and then bam, you could pull it right up. Okay, so you have a bunch of microplastics now in your wine instead of just cork. I don't know if that's any better, but it does look like this should work. So I think this has a 90% chance of working, but we won't know until we try. There could be some clever animation, CGI, VFX, AI stuff happening here. So let me go ahead and confirm for you guys.
Your cork gets stuck in there and there's no way you can get it out. Well, according to that short, there actually is. So first we're gonna pour out some of the liquid here, give ourselves some space. And then once the cork is floating in there, if you don't wanna have corky wine on your hands, you're gonna get yourself one of these plastic bags. You're gonna tie it super tight and it goes down there easily. And you're gonna snake this in there like so. And then what you're gonna do is blow. And then let's try to vacuum it out. Almost. Let's maybe take a little bit more out first. Try this again, but I feel like this is gonna work. This is the worst short that I've ever watched because it gets so close yet so far, it's like not even worth doing. And all the microplastics you're dipping in, I mean, just drink your wine with the cork in it. Doesn't taste that bad.
All right, guys, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here, click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.